Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to have today a special guest for MISTERWATCH, Mr. Lorenzo Giannuzzi, who is here with us. It's a very special person for me and comes from a very special place, Forte Village. So, Mr. Giannuzzi, welcome to MISTERWATCH. What is happening at Forte Village as we speak? What measures are you planning to take for the safety of the guests?
Well, that's something that I'm sure is going to surprise you. We are going to be the first hotel in the world that with a medical team want just to test all the stuff first, and then all the guests who arrive into the resort in order to make sure that once they arrive here, they are screened in a very fast way by professional doctors. Then they can open the door of a paradise and enjoy it fully without thinking of the virus, forgetting about the virus, and focus on themselves, on the enjoyment of their vacation, on the family, on the kids, on the food, on the entertainment, etc. But we want to do this test totally and completely free of charge for the guests, because we want them really to feel comfortable that they are in an aseptic environment. It's like I say, it's like to be in a bell of glass. So you're just and so it's the maximum level possible of protection that we want to offer this year to our client, because we understand that one of the reasons going on holiday this year, more than just go and visit museum and nice places, is more to stay in a safe environment with a lot of serenity, a lot of enjoyment, and a lot of free mind.
I know it's been a lot of discussion in the tourism industry about places and how they can offer the guests a secure, medium atmosphere. So which are Forte Village's advantages for a safe environment?
We do, of course, all the standard things that are the disinfection, the control, etc. But we add this element of testing if the people are negative on arrival, which is done in a very fast way. And this is something that I'm sure nobody does it. But once you do that, it will take just half an hour while you do the check-in, while people explain you about the resort. Then you have the absolutely certainty that you are in a safe environment. This feeling really, I'm sure that people live these months in a very stressful way. I mean, all this television program, all this newspaper, all this. So we would like a place where you can forget about the stress that you went through.
Also, now I personally thought from my own experience being so many times in Forte Village, I know that there is only one entrance in and outside the resort.
That's obviously, we are fortunate for the morphologic point of view. Logistic, we have our Forte Village is an enclave,
yes,
enclosed space, and we have this entrance, and then people can be easily controlled. So nobody will be able to come if it's not tested. And that's for the safety of the other guests.
And also there is the option always of the transfer. Many of the flights, as myself, flying to Cagliari. Also, how is Forte Village preparing for the transfers that are offered from the airport to the resort?
Well, we will have all the people who work with us historically. They will have to take some measures as well. They will have to have a plexi between themselves and the clients. Obviously, they need to wear mask and gloves, and they keep the distance from the client. And in order to certainly the car will be sanified. So basically, also the transportation is done under the best condition.
I understand. And besides this serious stuff, which sometimes seem a lot stressful, I mean, one thing I also many times wrote in my stories about Forte Village, that when you are a person which is coming back year after year, there's always the pleasure of discovering things that you know, but also there is the pleasure of being surprised by the things that Forte Village is every year adding to something which seems perfect, but then you go there and you discover a lot of new things which are great and make for the perfect holiday. So I wanted to ask you, what is new for the new season at Forte Village? What are you preparing for this?
Well, we are preparing as usual a lot of small surprise. There will be no more surprise if I will tell you. But the guest will be certainly positively surprised by some of the changes that we do in the accommodation, in the restaurants, and the social activities, and you will see some new things in the tradition of Forte Village, of course.
And to keep this positive vibe, I don't know, maybe people have to know that you are there, the soul of this project since so many years. And I would be curious to know how do you see something unique at Forte Village as a luxury resort from your point of view?
It's like to ask a mother or a father which of the 10 child they prefer. It's not easy. I mean, there are things that have been developed during the year. Some is more glamorous, but some is also given me a lot of satisfaction, because mostly what the purpose was just to always give value to the prime area, right? And then the idea don't come right away, unfortunately. Some idea took me 25 years to probably passing on the same angle of the resort for 25 years and nothing happens. And then one day there is a light to switch on, and then you have the idea of what. But what I like the most, and the things that really gave me the most satisfaction in all is the transformation of the resort, just the positioning of the resort, which was not easy because we were a huge resort. And when I first came here, I remember with some modesty, because I come from a different country, although I was Italian. I was not in Italy for a very long time, so I didn't know the market.
Yeah.
And I remember then asking all our partners, all of them, none excluded, said, because Forte Village was just in that moment was having a lot of difficulties, was a little bit stagnating, was not going. So I said, what's the secret in your opinion? Just help me, because I'm new here. What is the recipe to make back the Forte Village big way? And the answer of everybody, nobody excluded, was reduce the rate and go for volume, fill up the place. Well, I didn't do this way, although I was sure that they were ready with the gun to shoot me if it would have failed. But looking at the potential of the place, etc., I thought it was a sacrilege to do something like that. So I went the opposite way, and I developed this idea of do a village of resort in which obviously year per year had qualified accommodation, qualified hotel services, etc. And this really started to become the secret of the success of the Forte Village, because we were one of the many, and we became one of the kind.
Very nicely said. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your interesting things that you said. And I am personally one of the people that having the chance to arrive once on Forte Village feels that you have to arrive every year in order to recharge with the energy that it's impossible to find anywhere else in the world. I mean, and I've been around the world, but Forte Village is only one place. Thank you again, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Constantine. Hope to see you soon.